Hello there everybody, and welcome to my little infomercial about 2025. I am busy finishing off the filming of 2024 and trying not to get too excited about the project for 2025. So I thought I'd give you a bit of information, I suppose, really. Lots of people have been asking me questions and things like this, so I just think it's just a little bit easier just to sort it all out. Just going to move that. I've got a line there on my face. I look like I'm like Prince Charming or something. I mean Adam and the Ants when I'm talking about that. Anyway, enough about that. Here we go. So the two memberships that I have, Bobbin Along and What's Sewing On. If you follow me already on Ko-fi, you know that we are moving over to my website. So for people that would like to join, I'm no longer hosting this on Ko-fi. I have got a dedicated website now that I'm going to host everything on. Fingers crossed it makes it a little bit more plain sailing, but I just thought I'd give everybody some information so that you can make a decision whether or not you fancy joining us. So the 52 challenge, this is really exciting, and this all started with the 52 tags, then the flags, then the stitches, then the blocks, and next year, drum roll, is going to be the 52 words. So I'm still ironing out the basics of it all, but we're not stitching a word. The word is going to inspire how we stitch. So for example, if the word was fluffy, we're going to work out how we can stitch to make it feel fluffy, and there's going to be 52 of them throughout the year. Now, a few people have been asking me, how are we going to do it, how are we going to display it? Everybody can display it however they want to, but the way that I'm going to do it is I'm going to do it in an embroidery hoop. So let's move all these to one side. So I've got mine ready because I'm going to start filming this hopefully soon. So I have got an 18-inch embroidery hoop, and what I've already done, the fabric's there, is I have bound the wood with fabric, and it just so happens the fabric had actually got words on it. I thought, that's kind of apt. But one of the thoughts that I've got is I'm going to see if I can run a tape around the edge that actually has all the words on it. And I think I'm actually going to work on my hoop inside out. So by that I mean normally when you do embroidery you work on your hoop on this side, but I'm going to work I think on the inside. And then what I will do is when it's finished, this will get trimmed and I'll run a bead of glue, fabric glue, in the edge to stop it from slipping out. But I just thought it's quite a nice frame, and actually when you've trimmed it you'll see the fabric on the outside and the inside. Now, because I'm going to be working in a big hoop, I'm going to have to be quite conscious of the fact that I don't fill it too quickly. We've got 52 words that we're going to fit in here. So I'll go through this more when I start doing the videos, but it'll just be a little bit of sewing. Some weeks it might take longer than others. So some weeks it might be something, I don't know, it's maybe 15 minutes to half an hour to do. Other bits might take a little bit longer. Some people I know always come up with some amazing ideas. So you may decide, actually I'm going to do 4 hoops and I'm going to split the months up and do slightly smaller hoops and then put them together as a set. You could do it on a bobbin with a long scroll and have fabric ready to start stitching. You could do it in a book. There's so many different ways that you can do it. So for those people that have been here before, I'm never prescriptive saying that you have got to do it like this. You can put your own spin on it. Okay. The other decision then that you're going to make is a colourway. So you're going to want to start collecting together. So I think I'm going to go blues, yellow and blue. Everybody knows they are my favourite colours. So I thought I'm going to stick with that. Collect together lots of different types of threads. Throughout the year we'll be adding to this as well, but I have a mixture of, I've got some perlays, some DMCs, I've got some of my sheepies, I've got some textured threads, I've got some wools, I've got some tapestry yarn, So I know that I'll be keeping an eye out so that I can just get a little basket together of all my threads. So it just means that everything is contained. Obviously, because I'm going to use a range of threads, I'm going to need a range of needles as well, different size eyes, so that I know that I'm going to be able to get this through. And because some of the wools that we might use, or some of the threads, sorry, that we're going to say might be a little bit thicker, the backing fabric that you use needs to be something that's not too tightly woven. So this is a linen that I have got, mainly because I know that I can use an awl or a large needle, and that if I'm going with some thicker things, I can put that in there and I can make myself, don't know how well you can see that, but I can put that in and give it a wiggle and make myself some bigger holes so that I'll be able to get some of the thicker threads through. So that's it really for that one. 52 words next year. I'm very excited to see how this goes. Binding your hoop, I just got some fabric and probably did about 1 inch wide strips and started just at the top here, and I just used a Pritt stick, glued the start on and then bound it round, and then when it got to the end glued it again and then added another one and just did it all the way around. So I've done the inside and outside. That just works because what it does is, because you've got fabric on fabric on fabric, it means that when you pull this and you've got it nice and tight, it's less likely to slip. It doesn't stop it 100%, but it is less likely to slip. So this is the Bobbin Along. The membership for this one is £3.50 a month. Or you can pay for a yearly subscription. I've done yearly subscriptions on my website this time, mainly because some people like to get this as a gift for somebody for the following year, but also people that aren't in the UK, it just means that the exchange rate, you're just paying it once. There's going to be a little video, I mean I'm going to talk about the other project as well, but I'm going to add a little video snippet after this of me actually showing you on the computer how to join, and I've got more information about everything on that bit, so I won't go through that now. So this is the Bobbin Along, which gives you access to 52 videos for the year, and also a new thing that's called Tribe Tuesday, which is something that's optional. This is just about the online community that we've got, and it's just an evening once a month where you can come, bring your project, bring something else. If you just feel like you just need to put a few hours aside just to do some stitching, it just means then that you've got the option to do that once a month. So that's very, very exciting. That's something that's new. On my website as well, you will have links to the tags, the flags, the stitches and the blocks for anybody that's joining. And while ever you are a member, you get access to the content, but if you cancel your membership, then you will lose access to everything. So you just need to have a bit of a think about where you're up to. The reason that I'm putting all those things on is I know a few people that have been doing the blocks this year haven't quite finished, and they wanted them on there just to do. And also I've been chatting to people, and there's people that didn't do the blocks that would like to do the blocks. So it just means that you've got that option on there as well. So that's the first project, Bobbin Along group. If you fancy upgrading or joining the What's Sewing On group, let's pop that down there, probably drop it all on the floor. The What's Sewing On group, the difference between this one is you then get an additional project that you can take part in. Now some people do both projects, some people, they might keep an eye out for what's going on the 52 challenge but just want to do the stitching hour. So the stitching hour for next year, this was inspired by some projects that I have done, firstly on my own, but also with a group. So I think it was last year or something like that, it'd be 2 years ago now, I picked up a vintage apron from the Vintage Fair in Manchester, mainly just to stitch into. No particular reason, I just wanted to stitch into an apron, and I absolutely love doing this, just building it up. It's still ongoing. I've probably got still bits that I want to add on there, and I just absolutely love that. Then last year with Fabricology, which is a group I'm a member of, which was the Halifax Embroiderers Guild, we had a domestic theme, and I made an apron out of a tablecloth and we stitched into that, and this had themes maybe to do with maps. We had Jessie Chorley give a talk, we had Jennifer Collier give a talk, and Kelly came. And again, this is another one it's another one on my PhDs. But again, I absolutely loved stitching into this. So I thought, oh, right, okay, stitching hour. We did separate pieces of work last year, and I thought it'd be quite nice to go back to doing just one piece of work. So my plan is to do and stitch into an item of clothing. And I happened to buy a linen dress, when we were on a retreat, not last year, the year before, that's been made out of French blue linen, and it actually had an A. Now I think that is a C, but I've decided because it's curly it's an AB, and I just thought that's just so got to be me. And I've kept it and I've had it hung up, probably needs a good wash, and I thought, do you know what, I think I'm going to stitch into this year. So I've got my blue dress that I am going to stitch into. So with the stitching hour, what happens with this one is it's usually the first Monday of the month. There is a live stitching hour session in the evening, 6 till 7, where I demonstrate that month's challenge, what we're going to do. So it'll be what we're going to attach or stitch into, or the inspiration for that month. So you'll get 12 prompts. It doesn't matter if you can't make the live, because I record it and post it, but I also do a tutorial one as well. I'm going to do the tutorial slightly different this year because I didn't want to have to stitch into 2 items of clothing. So what I've decided that I'm going to do for the tutorial is I'm going to isolate each of the months, and I'm going to do a book. So I'm going to stitch into a book. I don't know if these are the pages. This was a book that I'd set up ages ago for doing something. I'm probably going to change them, but I just need to sit down and just have a think about this. But I'm going to do a page a month. So if you don't want to stitch into clothes, you could do a page a month, and I'll have to adapt it for each one. So it might be in the book there's a few extra things that you can do on there, or likewise with the clothes it might be a little bit of a swap. But it means as well that what you will have is 2 versions to have a look at and decide what you want to do, because this is not about me telling you what to do. If you want to follow it very prescriptively and do exactly what I do, that's perfectly fine, especially if people are maybe new to stitching. That's usually quite a good idea until you build up your confidence, and then you can come back and add more bits and pieces to it. But it's a starting point. The idea with it's giving you something to stitch for the love of stitch, and both these projects are about that. You will end up with something at the end of it, but it's not about making something, if that makes sense. A lot of people, when you start sewing or you start knitting or crocheting or doing anything practical, the first thing they ask you is, what are you making and what is it for? Well, for those of you that have followed me for quite a while, you know that my ethos is stitching for the love of stitch. If something comes out of it at the end, I mean, this dress, I'm going to stitch it all. Whether I actually wear it or not, I don't know. I might do, I might not do. It might just become a piece of artwork that I hang up. It's usually hung up on the door behind me, and it's just something that I love and admire. Or it might be something that I fall in love with and I do wear. I do stitch into a lot of my clothes now. If I get like a mark on it that I can't get off, I tend to do stitch and patch and stuff like that. So I'm really, really excited about doing this. So the stitching hour one will give you access to the 52 videos of the 52 project, the Tribe Tuesday, which is the additional chat, 12 videos plus 12 recordings of the monthly challenge, and then we do a stitch and chat, which is usually the Friday that follows the Monday, and they've usually either been a morning or an afternoon session. I'm going to aim where I can for them to be a full day, so 10 till 3 UK time. People don't have to join the whole thing. You can come in for the morning, pop out, come back again. But again, what that's about is setting time aside, because a lot of people say, I don't have time for the project, I don't have time for this, I don't have time for the other. The idea is that you just plan the time, and nobody's going to get cross with you because you're not up to date. I know people that possibly are still doing the tags and the flags and still aren't up to date. it's not about that. It's about sharing this love of stitch and just enjoying it. But sometimes you're never quite sure what to stitch. So the idea is I give you the prompt and you crack on. So the little bit that's going to follow this video is just a recording of me talking over how to do it on the computer and where to go, and hopefully we'll give you some more information. On the website there is frequently asked questions, but I'll probably put that in the YouTube blurb as well that people have asked. Yeah, so if you come into Knit and Stitch, that'd be amazing. I will have more information about this. Knit and Stitch is in Harrogate at the end of November, or towards the end of November, around about the 21st of November. It runs Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. If you would like to go, you can get a ticket on their website, and if you use the code HANDMADE, HANNEMADE, all in capitals, you'll get a discounted ticket. That's for tickets in 2024, in case you're watching this video and it's not 2024. You never know. Yeah, so that's all very, very exciting. So I hope you're going to join me. You can either join straight away or you can join me in 2025. Join this beautiful online community, and yeah, that's everything really. So enjoy the little bit of the video. Well, enjoy, it's not really enjoy. No, it's more of an infomercial about how to access the website, and I hope to see you online in 2025. Mwah! Happy stitching, everybody.
Hello everybody, and thank you for taking the time to come and have a look about my memberships, which is really, really exciting. Hopefully you've been inspired by the start of my video just explaining what next year's challenges are going to be, but you might want to know how you log on. So if you would like to join, you need to go to my website, which is www.annbrook.co.uk. I will put a link in the blurb. This is the homepage of my website. You can find out lots and lots of information on here about all the things that are going on, but the bit we're going to focus on today is joining the membership. So partway down the page there's a button here, membership to Bobbin Along, or what's sewing on, and it says join memberships here. Click on that. It'll open up a new tab and it will take you to my Anne Brook online. There's one thing that you'll need to do before you can actually join, and up here at the top of the page it will ask you about logging in, and what you will need to do is actually set up an account on my page. So when you drop this down, it'll ask you to set up via your email or your Google account, or I think Facebook as well, and set up a password. If you do that, please keep a note of your email and your password, as this isn't something that I can access or change afterwards. Once you've logged in, then when you drop this book down, this tab down, this is where you can access everything that's going on. Before you've even joined in, you can have a look at this. So your account settings will take you to your actual account. So you have an account then on my website. Any data or information that's inputted onto this is kept on the Wix server. I don't get access to this. So you can edit your personal detail if you want to. You can set up a full account. If here you need to change your email or your password, this is where you can do this on this part of the page. There are a couple of tabs. So you've got my wallet. So once you've joined, this is where you will be able to add or manage any payments that you wish to make on the account. And then the settings here. This is where you can set up what you want to hear from. So there's going to be a forum. You can ask for daily or weekly updates on that. You can say whether you want to know if there's any comments or replies, likes, dislikes, new posts, messages, anything. So this is where you can work out how much information you receive from this. So if you're getting weekly messages and you think, oh goodness, this is just too much, this is where you can come and you can just set it up there as a weekly one and it'll automatically save it. Also on here, you have a profile that you've then got, which is a little bit like a Facebook sort of profile. So you can go on here, you can set up with a little camera here, you can change your photos. Got my lovely Duncan on there. And this is the profile. You'll be able to follow other people that are on the site as well. Forum comments, because there'll be a forum that you can join in, will be on here. So this is my first one. So this is the comment that I made. So this will show you when you've made comments, and also if you have done a post, it'll post it on there. So if you've put a question up or something like that, you can click on there and you'll be able to isolate that little bit of information. Events will come up. You can custom your member page. So here you could start off a little bit of an introduction about yourself. These bits you don't have to do, but they're just here because it's part of the package. So you've got your membership page that'll tell you here what you have logged into. If when you come on here it says it's active, this means that you've started paying. So it says here I started paying on the 3rd of October and it's valid until cancelled. This is also where you can update your payment method, and if you wish you can cancel your subscription. If you've set this start date, and I will come to this in a second for a little bit later on, here it will say pending, and I will talk about that shortly. And then notifications. Again here, this is just going to tell me that all the posts that have gone on, somebody else commented on the forum. So yeah, so that's the basic, that's just setting up your login, and you have to do that before you can join. So we go back to the home page here. So this is just a little bit of a blurb about me. Then underneath it, I've got some frequently asked questions and queries that you may want to read. Hopefully that'll answer any questions that you may have. And then when you're ready to join, that's very exciting, you come to the members area. So there are two different memberships. There's Bobbin Along and there's What's Sewing On. The Bobbin Along is £3.50 a month. The What's Sewing On is £10.50 a month. So what will happen once you decide which one you'd like to click on, you click on your membership and it'll say get a pricing plan to access the page. Explore plans. So on each of the plans, you have the option of either paying monthly or yearly. It's totally and utterly up to you. The reason that I've done this, it's been monthly because I know that for some people, just spreading the costs out works really good. For other people, this might be a gift, or it may be that you're not in the UK and you don't want to pay the exchange rate every single month. So it means that you can just do it once a year. So you would select which membership you would like to take part in and how you would like to pay. And this is the same on both of them. Now, when I was talking about when you would like to join, you can choose here a start date. So you can start straight away. And for both of them, the current projects are on the pages. Or you can defer this. So it may be that you think, actually, the project starts in January. I would like to start in January. So here you could set the 1st of January as your start date. Now the only thing you need to note with this, because you are making a commitment to joining, your first payment will be taken straight away. But the second payment won't go out until a month after your start date. So I just want to clarify that, because I know a few people have been quite surprised saying, well, I've said that I didn't want to start till January and it's already taken a payment. It's just because with it being the membership, you've just got to commit to that first month. So it will take that. And then you can use credit cards and PayPal. You need to read and accept the plan policy. So the plan policy, this membership is for your own personal use and your login should not be shared with others. Any projects shared as part of this membership should not be used, sold on as a workshop for others to use without Anne's prior permission and knowledge. Please note, if you cancel your membership, you will no longer have access to any previous content of any projects done. So that's really important. While you're a member, you get access to everything. If you cancel your membership, then you don't get access. Okay, so I'm not going to buy that one again. So then once you've joined in, so this is because I've joined Bobbin along, so I can click on this one. So once you've set all that up and you have access, you'll click on your area, so you'll always come back here. So one of the things you probably want to do is bookmark this page. So whichever membership that you're on, to set a bookmark, if you click the star that's here, bookmark this tab, and then just call it, I don't know, Bobbin along, so you know that that's what it is. Say that you want it on the bookmarks bar, click done. So if I click here on my bookmarks bar, you will see down here at the bottom, I've got Bobbin along, which means that whenever I open up my laptop, I can click on that and I will go to this page. So I don't have to keep going through my website. The only thing that you need to remember is if you ever click on this and it's asking for you to join, please double check that you have logged in. You have to have logged in to access the content. So Bobbin along, on here, this is the page that has everything on it. So one of the things that I have put on for members that have joined is links to all the 52 projects. So the 52 tags, this is where it all began. This is actually still on YouTube, but I just thought you've got a link here if you'd like to take part in that project. The following year we did the 52 flags. We did the 52 stitches. This is the current project. So if you do join now, you can still take part in this project. And then the 52 starts in January, and I've just explained what that one's going to be. If you do want to join any of these ones and you weren't part of Ko-fi, I always appreciate a donation towards the projects, and you can still do that via Ko-fi. And if you click on the link, so this gives you the links to the blocks. There we go, it's just been a bit slow today. So when you click on one of the posts, it will take you to the page that all that information is on. She says with the fingers crossed. Oh, that's not very good, is it? What's going on? Let's go back. Try again. There we go. Oh, panicked then, thought it wasn't on. So here you've got the information, and there are all the videos for all the different blocks that we have done. So for those people that have moved over from Ko-fi, you've still got access to all the information. If you're brand new and you want to try and fit a project in, and you've decided that you want to start straight away, you can join this project. But I have a link here that just takes you to my Ko-fi page, where if you would like to make a donation, you can do here. There's either set amounts or you can put in your own amount with a little message, and any donations are muchly appreciated, as it means that I can carry on with all these projects, and it'll just help towards everything that I'm doing. So I think that's everything. Oh no, the next thing then is the other thing then that you've got access to in the members area is a forum. So I do have a Facebook page for each group, which I will leave open. I'm not going to close it. I will put the link in because some people do like going onto Facebook. But one of the bits of information that I got back from people was the fact that they would like to be able to do everything all in one place. So this is our online stitch community, and here there are posts that you can go and have a look at. There's just one about the rules of what we're doing, and then this is the first one. So if you do join, please go and have a look here and introduce yourself. And it's a little bit like Facebook. You just click on comment, and you can just write your comment here. You can add photos. If you want to do a video, you can put little smiley faces and publish that, and just introduce where you're from. So that's me just getting everything started. So hopefully this is going to be a bit of a thriving community. There's going to be categories, so we're going to have questions and general discussions, and everything that's going on with that. And you can follow certain ones, so you don't have to be part of everything. And then you can have a look at your own posts as well. Anything that you've posted will appear here. So if you want to ask a question and then see what people have said, you can get that information there. So I think that's everything. I really hope that you are considering joining. It's been fantastic, a fantastic project so far. Hopefully I've intrigued you with the introductions to the projects. If you are moving over from Ko-fi, thank you so much for continuing to join me. If you are going to be a new member, welcome to the Stitching Tribe, and I really look forward to stitching along with you. Happy stitching, everybody.